Joining me now live on the South Shores Morning News, we have a familiar name, and that would be Matt Muratore of Plymouth. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having me. Great to talk to you.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, we've known you for years. You served 5 terms as the state rep for the 1st Plymouth District, and of course, had you on as a regular guest. But now you're helping out the Commonwealth in a different way, and I think this is a topic that a lot of people would be interested in, especially if maybe you might be older or you have a parent or a relative that you're helping out, and the question comes up about assisted living.
Yeah, you're right, Christine. We have an aging population. As you know, the baby boomers, a lot of them coming of age now, and we're going to be at that point in the next 10 years where, there's going to be a lot of people wanting to age in place. And where does that age in place mean for them? And so this commission was formed. It's an AL commission, Assisted Living Commission, that was formed out of the Nursing Home Task Force bill that was signed by the governor back in the fall. And the charter of this commission is to look at the regulations of assisted living right now, look at the statutes, look at the certification requirements. Look at should we be doing expanding healthcare services in assisted livings? Right now, assisted livings, there's really not a lot of care. It's very basic right now. But if somebody wants to age in place in an assisted living, then we need to look at what other care that can they be provided from licensed staff. We're going to look at the safety standards, and we're going to look at what's some of the best practices in other states to have the very best assisted livings in Massachusetts.
Well, and again, you were just recently appointed to this commission, the Commonwealth's Assisted Living Residents Commission. I just know, going through with my own father when he went into assisted living, this is something people really just don't know anything about, and everything you mentioned, we had questions about, like what happens, how safe is it, how do you pay for it, all that stuff. And I think people are still looking for answers and maybe some guidelines and assurance that things are going to be okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that you just brought up too is when people need the care, they look into it right then and there. They don't know ahead of time. And part of the commission will be looking at, how do we get best practice of advertising practices out there, and let the consumers know what they should be looking for ahead of time, not as something strikes and they have to actually go into a place. And the cost is the biggest thing because majority of them are private pay. And then how do you afford that? How do you pay for that? And if you don't have the private pay, then where can you go? But you still need that care. So a lot of these things need to be looked at, and we're going to come up with some answers. The report is due by August 1st of this year, and we'll send it to the legislature at that point, and let's see what sort of action they'll take in the session.
Well, I appreciate you letting us know that. One of the biggest questions was, and I still hear it from people, I think some people, maybe not as many now, assume that Medicare is going to pay for some or all of it, and it doesn't.
It doesn't pay for one penny of it, not at all. And in most cases, too, Mass Health doesn't even pay for it either. It's all private pay in assisted living.
Right, and it's as we know, it can be very pricey. But I want you to check back with us and let you know what's happening. Now, are you looking for comments from the general public or questions? How will this work?
Yeah, yes, we are. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be having meetings throughout the state starting next week at various locations. And we will be meeting with the executive directors and resident care directors from various assisted livings. There's over 250 in the Commonwealth. We're going to spend the whole month of February just listening to them, hearing their concerns, and also talking to consumers as well. And, and people like yourself that have had this experience. And, what is it you like to see? What have you seen? And what should we do to help change it?
Well, we appreciate you joining us this morning. Again, Matt Muratore giving us an update on what is happening as he is part of this Commonwealth Assisted Living Residents Commission. We're going to have you on again soon, Matt. We appreciate you joining us this morning.
Thanks very much. Have a great day.
You too.